So here are 3 things that I would do in order to get pet portrait commissions for Christmas. Hi, I'm Sema Martin. I'm a pet portrait artist and I have been for the last 10 years. And I really want to help you get booked up in time for Christmas. So the first thing that I would do is to email my clients that I've had before. So my returning clients, repeat clients, anyone that has ever commissioned me. So we've exchanged money basically. I would email them. Quite personal emails. So I would either reply to the last email they sent me or last DM they sent me, the way that we communicated last basically. I would reply to that. I would ask them how they are, how they're doing, be friendly, but professional at the same time. And then I'd let them know, I've got so-and-so spaces for Christmas. Let me know if you would like to book a slot. And so in order to know how many spaces you've got left for Christmas, try and think about, okay, so say someone booked it on the 1st of December. Could you create the pet portrait and send it in time for them to receive it before Christmas? So you've got to factor in postage times and all that kind of stuff. So for me personally, my cutoff date would be like November. So anybody asking to commission after the last day of November, sorry, it's not going to get done in time because I cannot guarantee that they will receive it in time to give it as a gift for Christmas. So you need to make sure that you can hit your deadline for that. So make sure that you've decided, okay, so that's my cutoff date. How many can I realistically do in that time? Whether it's 3, 4, 5, whatever the number. And then tell them. So say I've got 5 slots available, I've got 3 slots available, I've got 1 slot available. Let them know. So the first thing is email everyone who's ever commissioned you for a pet portrait. Then the second thing I would do, I actually did the first thing and I got booked up already for Christmas. So like last month, I had 0 commissions. I wasn't taking on any commissions. I opened my books. I emailed all of my past clients. And then within a week, I was already booked up to Christmas. So I did actually have to do the next 2 things. So the first thing should work to get something. You should be able to make 1 sale from doing that. So the second thing then would be to reply to any messages of anyone who's ever shown an interest. So whether they have sent you an email asking for prices and then you never heard from them again, or someone who said, oh, I need to save up, anything like that. So they have shown an interest, they just have never followed through with a sale. They've never actually commissioned you, but they have shown interest in your work enough to speak to you, enough to ask you questions. So I will go through my emails, go through my DMs, through Facebook, Instagram, anything, and reply to all of those people saying, I've got so-and-so spaces for Christmas. I would love to work with you, that kind of thing. Then the third thing I would do is send out, so if you have an email list, this is why they're so important, send out a broad email list, mainly showing off the latest pet portrait that you've done. Or if it was a Christmas commission, send out an email saying, oh, this person loved their Christmas gift. Look how happy they are, or this is the drawing I did, along that vibe. You're not being too selly. And then in the PS section, you would say, so, love from Sema, whatever it is you want to say. And then in the PS section, you would say, I only have so-and-so spots left for Christmas. Hit reply if you want to book your spot. And that's all you need to say. It doesn't need to be any more than that. People don't read long emails. So make sure anything you do write in your email is very simple, very easy to understand, easy to read, and not very long. So that is a third thing I would do. And those 3 things, emailing past clients, emailing people that have shown an interest, and emailing your email list should get you sales for Christmas because you're putting yourself in front of people. I also wouldn't just leave it there. Don't just email them, say today, and then never talk to them again. Come back to them next week. Send another email. Send another DM. Keep reminding them of your existence until they physically say, I'm not interested, take me off your email list, whatever it is. Like they specifically tell you that they just don't want to commission you. That's fine. Then you can never email them again, okay? But until they say that, you have permission to keep telling them, keep reminding them. Because unfortunately, you are not the priority for your customers. In terms of that relationship, obviously making the sale is your priority if it's your income, if you're relying on it. Making the commission sale is then your priority. But in terms of your client's perspective, getting a commissioned pet portrait of their pet or someone else's pet for a gift is not their priority. It's a nice to have thing. It's a luxury item, but it's not like paying the bills. It's not a priority for them. So it's okay to keep reminding them. It's okay to keep being in their thoughts, being in the front of their thoughts every time they open an email or they look in their DMs or they look in social media. It's okay to keep reminding people. So don't just do this once, do it every week until your cutoff date for Christmas, okay? And I guarantee this will make you some sales. So let me know in the comments below if you've got a strategy for making sales for Christmas, if I've said anything that you have really resonated with and has helped you. And also if you want to know more about growing your pet portrait business, you can now download your free brochure for the Business of Pet Portraits course and learn all about how to grow your business and start it. And I will see you next time.